Yo, what's good, world family? How you doing today? Zell May lay out for what's good, player.
Man, we just vibing. We looking cute. We looking clean, and we looking sexy.
We chilling. We always sitting in the flame or sitting at a palace, man. You know, sometimes we just gotta kick it, man. You know, I got something special today.
What you got?
I got something special today.
Oh, my man got the Popeyes. He don't bring out the Popeye.
Y'all know we said we was just gonna kick it, and so I went like 2 cities away. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Here we go. I got them nuggets. Here we go. Now they didn't have that sweet heat, and they didn't have that blackened ranch. And I'm sick of them just trying to make stuff better by putting black on it, blackened ranch, but civil rights. They just trying to make life better by saying civil rights. Here we go.
Shout out to the racists in the chat. They said, "Look at the black man eating chicken."
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Yeah, man, it's a good day today. I hope everybody blessed. I hope all the alphas are blessed. I hope y'all grinding, going after your dreams, chasing your dreams, doing what you want to do in life, not letting nobody tell you no.
Hold up, man.
Saying, you got that energy. Got to get the energy good. Manifesting blessings to all. I mean,
I thought this was not going to be that good. I thought.
What are you eating? You got the new Popeye nuggets?
I got that. This is the Popeye nugget right here.
Oh, we going to Chick-fil-A? We going to Chick-fil-A?
I'll be honest, man.
What's that?
These are good. They're good. Damn, bitch, they are good. After a little bit of time. Hold on. For the listeners out there, I'm eating this nugget. I'm going to give you a good review of it. I think they just like squashed the tenders down. I mean, the breading's the same.
Yo, them little, what them call them snackers they used to give us? That was trash. Don't buy that, bro. Popeye's trying to get you.
Child, yes. Oh, remember Popeyes had like the little poppers, chicken poppers. Like, y'all really tried to get us on this. Y'all try to squeeze chicken tenders because you know you can go get your 3-piece tender up there and you straight. You know what I'm saying? 3-piece tender fry. I'll give them this though. It's a real nugget. Like it's a real nugget. This thing is pretty decent sized.
Yo, so some people argue that a chicken nugget is just a boneless wing. Go chat, go argue right now. Let's go. Go argue, chat, right now.
It is big. You can make the case that it's a boneless wing with no sauce on it.
We just let the comments go crazy right there. They arguing right now. They are in their homes right now arguing. And alphas, I love y'all anyway, despite y'all being wrong, because chicken nugget is a boneless wing.
I think what they did was, this is for the hard workers out there that don't want their sauce on it already. I dip it myself. This for the independent women out there that say I dip it myself. This for the hustle.
They got the dippers.
This is for the dippers out there. This is for that 9 to 9 guy that leave home because he don't want to be around his family. He'd rather work. This is for that guy, the hard worker.
We got to ban the double dippers, bro. You are disgusting people. I'm sorry. You are disgusting. How dare you dip twice, bro?
What if it's mine? I'm not sharing. So what's wrong with me dipping it in there as many times as I want to?
I don't trust you, bro. You don't wash your hands.
Man, I wash my hands before I use the bathroom. That's where I'm at.
What about after?
Oh, then I wash them after that too, I guess.
Oh, just making sure.
That was for society, because honestly, I've already washed my hands, and I feel like it's godlike down there. I wash my hands before I glimpse godliness.
I feel you.
And I feel like it's disrespectful to Man, we got some topics we're gonna get into today. We will not delve into my psychological issues today and what made why I'm over the top.
Yeah, they
Um,
they are banding together to create a no none wash hand cult right now in the comments. They will find each other and they will create a tribe because of Joe. Joe is the leader of the none wash hands after you.
I fought Haiti in the last week.
Now you got a tribe. Cool.
I'm hoping that Greece and Nigeria won't get on to me because of my takes. I thought Chris Paul and Devin Booker was gonna, but that's why I had to get them nuggets today. I got them nuggets in honor of Giannis. So,
so like and subscribe, so you can continue to follow Joe's tribe of people who don't wash their hands. Shout out to y'all. I respect y'all. Hit that like and subscribe. If you're on Google,
it's some cocky dude out there, like that's kind of like me, but you not understanding what I'm saying in that metaphor. Bro, wash your hands. I'm telling you that now. Like, change your mind about what you just thought about in the past, I don't know, 3 minutes. Change your mind.
He felt like, oh man, he felt like he had a tribal leader right there, bro. He had the leader, bro. By the way, Google Podcast, Spotify, Apple Music, you know the deal. Hit that follow button. YouTube, like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on Joe's horrible habits down below. By the way, for everybody that want to hear, y'all like, I'm tired of these. They were supposed to talk about sports. It's a cutoff at the thing, bro. Y'all can go find it. It's a cutoff. You can go find it.
And I tell you what, though, anybody, it can go both ways. It can go both ways. Anybody that washes their hands before they use the bathroom, they either know their worth or they don't. I'm not sure. But the standards can be different. The standards are different for everybody when it comes to when it comes. Hey, don't worry about it. We got a little jokes, man. But standards can be different for people when it comes to knowing worth, man. So it could come from something as goofy as we was just talking about. Now I'm like self-conscious about touching my face. Like, did I not wash my hands or did I? I don't remember. Hold on. But, I just ate this nugget, but so I guess I'm cool.
So for the family, that means alley-oop right there. That's he Drew Holiday. I'm Giannis. That's what that is. So the family can have inside jokes. They gonna learn. Y'all early. Y'all got the inside jokes. So understand. For the people that's listening, I'm sorry you didn't catch that. Go subscribe to the YouTube. But if you prefer to listen this way, I do not blame you. I love you. My voice is very soothing. We looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy.
And we just cool. And then, I sit there and think about, what are standards and how do we recognize our worth? And it's got to be past whether you wash your hands or not. I know that's something I have been struggling with the last. When you holler at something bad, dog, you holler at something bad because you like, I can bag her. I know I can. Oh, she this, she that, and I'm this and I'm that. It's gotta work, right? And then she say, "Nah, nigga, I don't talk to you like that. Nah, brother, I don't need to talk to you like that because maybe they aspirations is elsewhere. Maybe they know that their worth is way up yonder, just like I thought my worth was in that situation. And you come out of that situation like, damn, was I good enough in that situation? You can even think about in a situation of sports. LeBron James, as great as he is, sometimes he passes the ball for the last second shot. And people say he's not a good enough player or he's not really a hooper. So there's a lot of different ways that you can think about it. Oh man, like you can have a great game. Tony Romo, he has great games, but he throws that one interception. And they just like, oh yeah, he's trash. And he's 8-8. I mean, he has a lot of things, but his wins don't define his worth. And I'm thinking about Chris Paul. He doesn't have a championship ring. He did lose. But that doesn't make him not a good point guard. What you think about that?
People's worth is what they're worth, man. You define your worth, man. Letting other people define your worth is insane. And I noticed they had an argument, right, on Facebook, this group I am. Shout out to the groups I'm in.
Hold on. First off, you said Facebook group, and it's not. Is it not a grandkids group or a family group? Is this a group of people
It's a group of
that just
people.
talk about stuff?
Yeah, it's a group of people talk about. Shout out to B. Lacole. She had an episode on Purpose, 20 something. And then I had another group called Single and some other, and I ain't been in that group in a while. But I saw this discussion came up in my feed. They're like, "You haven't been here a long time. Here's what they're talking about." So I looked at it. They said, "Should you settle, and what are your standards?" And I'm like, I hate the word settle. Like I can't say I'm settling. Like that's so disrespectful to another human being to tell you, like, yo, bro, look, I had Joe Rogan. He going to the podcast with me, but I'm selling for Joe. You see how disrespectful that sound? Now, Joe Rogan carries millions of people automatically by name, but my Joe is amazing. But you see how it feels disrespectful, even if it's not meant to be. Like, okay, I'll take the second best.
I can see why you'd be taken aback for sure.
Yeah, so like if a male or a female say I'm not settling, I'm like, well, that's another human being. What do you mean you're not settling? But the one reason I want standards, I like the word standards. You know what I mean? I have a criteria for what we're doing, what I want. I have a criteria for who I date. I have a section of what I want, and I'm okay with it. But some of you have absurd criteria and standards, and it doesn't make sense. Like, you are not bagging a 7-figure guy. You work at the gas station. You bring no worth. You are okay looking. You are okay. Most dudes will be lucky to have you. Beautiful girl who works at
the integrity of a woman at working at the gas station, that might be worth thousands. Like, man, she's a go-getter. And nothing wrong with the gas. See, here you go. You're trying to get me on gas station workers. Get him this time.
But the reason I bring it up, because it's always a baddie that work at the gas station behind the counter.
Yes.
Bro, 90% of the time, if it's not a person of Native American descent or Indian descent, by the way, I'm part Native American. So my grandpa named Max Seabury, so you can't. It's true. My grandpa never had a little gas station. So what? But if it's not somebody of that, it's usually a cute girl back there who really don't work hard and just be on her phone, but she cute. But at the same time, do you think you are owed an NBA player? You know how many people want an NBA player? Do you know how many few people are in the NBA? In the whole world. So
may I ask how hard do NBA players really? Do we know that there's some people that's just okay? We see LeBron, okay, and Giannis, he changed a lot since 2013. But do you think NBA players super duper work hard, or do you think some of them skate by being athletic?
I'm pretty sure you I don't think you skate by it. I know pro athletes, and when you say skate by, that mean they do the bare minimum.
Yes.
But the bare minimum for them is more than most people. I don't think people understand that. Like, okay, you got to come at the gym at 5 a.m. You have to do all these workouts, and you have to do all this by 8 o'clock. And you got 2 a days. Okay, that's a ridiculous long workout, and all of them do it because if you skip, you're not gonna be good. I hate to say it. Very few people in life can skip and be great at something. And if you make the NBA, chances are you're great, except for a few people who just happen to be tall, but they got out the league rather quick and retired at 26. And now work for a station that we don't know why they talk. But yeah, you do the bare minimum, but you see LeBron doing extra work. So you see people doing extra work. So, but they're blessed to do it too. So they should work hard. And
so if they do work hard, then 100% you do want somebody that worked just as hard as you. And we hear about some of the wives in the NBA. I don't want to bring this up, but you know, Gabrielle Union, she was already a hard worker. She was known. Yeah. And D-Wade said I'm going after her, I'm gonna get her. But when you think about that, yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, you better be working hard too, man.
Yeah.
What's
But
what's your
now,
plans?
now, now,
I feel
now,
like you
now,
gotta ask.
now, some of y'all are just hit it and quit it. You just passed around it. That's it.
That's fair. That's cool.
I'm talking about marry.
Mary, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you got it. But again, your goal should be. I have like 4 or 5 things that you should require. You have to be somewhat. This is probably the least one. Somewhat attracted, and that's even in every standard. You have to be attracted to at least your job. Like I want to do it.
Right,
So that's
right.
a standard too. Anything you do, you should be attracted to in some way. And by the way, people's attractions are different. Some people might think somebody's ugly and another person might think they're beautiful. Or
Mhm.
everybody think they're cool, but I'm somewhat attracted to you, even if it's not like, oh my God, you're the finest girl I ever seen, or oh my God, you're the finest dude. You should have some kind of attraction. Like it's gonna be hard to have a relationship without an attraction.
I just honestly, and shout out to the Donda album that's coming out. Kanye West will be finally dropping Donda. We're very excited about that. But you know, apparently he cried during the listening. Um, I believe it was in Atlanta at this man bought out for one night the whole stadium that New Orleans Saints play. No, Atlanta. It was in Atlanta. My apologies. So where the Falcons play. So I guess
Was it
I guess
Atlanta yet? I thought it was Wyoming, and Atlanta is today. Because we
oh
recording
Atlanta.
Wednesday, but it's Thursday, so it's today when y'all
Oh,
listening. Because I know Aiden Ross and some Twitch streamers and some other music people said they were going to Atlanta today.
and
But tonight.
they told them people to hide their phones, and we still got a couple of snapshots from it apparently.
Yeah, but
But
I think that was
well,
another one. I think they might have both in Atlanta. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see.
but with that being said, he's apparently there's this emotional time where he sat on stage crying for like 2 minutes after a song about his about his how him and Kim broke up. And as much as we talk about celebrities and you just want to be with a bad girl, I can't help but believe that she had some interesting things to say. Because with a guy like Kanye, I feel like he would be like, I don't care how fine you are. What do you have anything to keep my interest? Why should I be with you? I don't understand. Tell me that. I feel like he's the type of person that's gonna say that, and you're gonna have to prove it. And I think Kim did that. She did do what she does, but let's take it back to her and Ray J. I bet they just laid in bed and just had a whole bunch of conversations one day. They just had, I know this the tape did what it did, but I bet she learned how to be rich.
So Ray J.
Now I didn't hurt that it didn't hurt that her mom is who it is, but I just really find it hard to believe that she has zero to say during that whole conversation, especially if conversations in that relationship, especially if you love Kanye. Or if you know Kanye enough to know, I don't think he's just gonna sit there and just let you be a thing that sits next to him. I don't see it.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Attraction, ability to communicate, which Joe just talked about. That was one. So Joe, you took that one from me. So that's lit. We working on saying that. You know what I'm saying, but so communication. I don't even got to talk about that one because Joe put an excellent reasoning for it. The other one is financially stable in a way. Them 3 things, because one of the leading causes of divorce is money issues, money arguments, money problems. That's one of the leading reasons of divorce. And I think every man or every woman shouldn't date somebody that, I'm not saying don't date someone that's necessarily not there yet, but they shouldn't hurt your pockets. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
okay, I'm working this job. I make 60,000, man or woman, and I got this bum or this girl who seems to like to buy expensive things. Okay, man, you and her, you or him will never work out. Money gonna always be a problem. So you gotta have communication. You gotta be able to at least semblance of money. Be able to keep some communication. Like I said, attractiveness. So those are some of the keys you gotta have in a relationship, and that's what your standards should include. That should be your basic necessity. Someone that I feel don't hurt me in any of those categories. Now, some of y'all just decided I deserve more, and good luck. I'm not saying you decide your worth. I don't decide nothing. I can't tell you where. I'm not Kevin Samuels. I'm not telling you you're 6. I got over. I'm gonna tell a story. I got over ratings. I did that my freshman year in college, and I was like, and it would hurt my ego or boost it based on what other people thought, and that was weird to me because I never been a person to care. But it was the first time I actually asked people because I was curious, because I found out that in high school I was like, I'm the kid that just did what I did and moved on. But then I found out that people thought I was attractive in a way. So I was like, oh, what am I rated? And somebody say a good like 9. I'm like, oh, ego boosted. Then somebody say 6. I'm like, oh. Then I realized, like, why am I letting this affect me? Like, does this matter? I'm too old to think like this. If I find if the one girl think I'm a 9, we lit. You know what I mean? We lit. We good. Why am I worried about what everybody else thinks? My standard for myself, I know my worth. I am a king. So you just understand where you are at in life, what your standard should be, and that's what anything, your job. Some of you think too highly of yourself. You can work at that gas station. You can work at Walmart. You can work somewhere and just till you find what you got, and that was an issue too, me in the past. But you can work where you like in everything in life. That applies to everything. Know your worth, but also understand where you're at, because you got to prove worth to everybody else. You know your worth, but you still got to prove it to other people.
It definitely go past more than looks, because I get called handsome all the time, and then they come over here and see I'm watching Naruto, and that's what we gonna watch. That's what we gonna watch, and then they'd be like, "Oh, well, he just watched Naruto." I might suggest, why don't you let's watch something? We can watch something else. What do you want to watch? But then when they at the plate, they ain't got nothing to watch, so I'm gonna watch Naruto.
See,
boom. But that's
you don't know your worth, King. You should have went to BlurredCon. Shout out to BlurredCon. They had a whole beef with a white girl winning some award that's supposed to be for black people, and a lot of people was upset, but it's what it is. I ain't in charge of it. But you gotta go to BlurredCon, Joe.
I can't imagine that BlurredCon. I don't want to stereotype us. I don't know.
I don't know about canceled on the laid back. Save it for Cupid 99, Joe.
Okay. I'm not.
No, you can say I'm just playing.
Nah. I'm gonna get some more news out of it and see what happened. I'm gonna get some more news out of it, and if they put the blur and nerd and blurred, I'm just gonna gather some evidence. It could go off without a hitch, but I mean, it's gonna have whatever. I'm not worried about that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Speaking of standards, Deion Sanders left an interview at SWAC Media Day, clearly based on the fact the interviewer called him Deion. He said, you wouldn't call Nick Saban Nick, so you're not going to call me Deion. And the guy was confused, and Deion left. Unico, what's your thoughts?
Put some respect on my name. I ain't Deion no more. I'm 5-4 SWAC. I'm 5-4 SWAC coach Sanders. Do they call him Coach? What you call him, Coach Deion? I call Coach Saban, Coach Tressel from Ohio State. Call him.
I think that's his thing. I think he has this idea of respect. I don't know if it's realistic. So y'all can in the comments after you like and subscribe, or you follow, or you can talk to us in our social medias. They're right there, all of them together. And it's based on the way we are. So top left is me, bottom right Joe. So it's easy to keep up with. But I think it's based on his standard on what he believes. I don't know if it's correct, but he believes that you don't call Nick Saban Nick. So to him, you don't respect me. You don't take me seriously as a coach. And I get it. I understand it. I'm Nick. I'm Nick. I'm like you, but I'm assuming that people do call Nick Saban Nick if they have a relationship with him. That guy might not have had a relationship with Deion to say Deion. You know what I mean? Like some people take that very serious. Some people take calling me my first name as a sign of disrespect. It's a very serious charge out here. So is it?
I need to take this back. Coach Sanders, who I know is an amazing athlete. He was 3-3, and he lost his last 3 in a row. But we don't call him. We don't call Nick. You don't call Nick Nick. You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion. 3-3, Jackson State football. Don't call me Deion. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So what's your thought? Is it respect or is it an overreaction?
I can't imagine that's the first time that's happened. I can't imagine that. I don't know if this is a motivational tool for his team. Like, oh, this year we really got it. I would hate to see Alabama play Jackson State. I wouldn't watch that. We need to take the episode to Judge Joe Brown or any of them judge shows and say that was not right. This was murder. Because I don't see it. They got great athletes and whatnot, but I just got to say, maybe he's building himself up for that. Deion, it wasn't the time, man, to pull the Deion card.
But I don't know.
Everybody call him Deion. I call him Deion. You call him Deion. Everybody call him Deion. We know him as Deion Sanders. He's Deion. I don't see myself calling him Coach. Even if I play right now, I would call him Coach Deion.
Well, I think he wouldn't mind maybe Coach Deion or Coach Sanders as much. You know, some people are real serious about, you know, have you ever had that person that like get their degree and you got to call him doctor? Like, I worked hard for this. You got to call me doctor. I'm like, why is it so serious? But to them, it's serious. So,
I mean, he's been doing this since like last year. As far as being a coach, I just know that this is not his first. This is not his first. Maybe this is the time where it kind of blew. Like, they better not call me Deion today. They better call me Coach Sanders.
maybe that what it was.
I've never seen a coach react in that way, especially towards the media. It might be, it could be a calculated thing, like to where, you know, y'all gonna start respecting black coaches. Maybe that's the hill he wants to die on this year. So
Maybe y'all let us know in the comments. Speaking of Nick Saban, he had a young man, his new starting quarterback. Well, we assume he's starting, but last year's backup. He is nearing $1 million. I apologize. It do say $7 million, but $1 million. He is getting close to $1 million, and that's based on the NCAA rules allowing people to get endorsements, shout out sponsors and all that now. So they are starting to get those things. What do you Nico, what you think about this? What do you think? Because the kid almost making $1 million and he hasn't even played a game.
is this coming from like all the random like car shops in Alabama?
I think it's fixed now. I don't know, bro. I'm telling you,
Where are these endorsements coming from?
Tuscaloosa probably paying everybody. I don't think people understand how much money Tuscaloosa will pay. You know how NFL players get paid and they got stadiums they pay for it. The state of Alabama will pay these people. Sponsor Alabama, the state, and we'll give you $1 million. Just say you want to.
Oh, if he win the championship, or you know they go back, or on the way to the championship, or during that break before the playoffs start, oh, he gonna get paid.
Yo, you know what? Shout out to the players that might end up being the 7th round pick that rack in like $200,000 who ain't gonna make the league, but he got banked. That's a blessing, actually.
Because he motivated the defense his whole time there, and you know
or you're a random starter. He can be a random starter that ain't gonna make the league.
That's like paying Mario Chalmers, just paying him up real quick, and then he just goes to the league and he got more money than some of the people that have been starting for a couple of years. But he did what he did. He got paid. it's opening the door for a lot of people. I'm excited about it. I don't know. I don't know. People might stop caring about playing in the league if you already kind of set for life. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Dude hasn't played a snap and almost got $1 million. That's
uh,
that. When you sent me 7 earlier, I was like, what? For
yes,
what?
7 million is wrong. It was one. It's a typo, but that was because I was typing on my phone, and then I sent it over to myself and copied it. But yeah, $1 billion is amazing. I don't think it's gonna demotivate him because I just saw Patrick Mahomes get like almost 500 million. So I'm still a long way from that.
Yeah, it's, man, I tell you, I tell you, but it's you already the star on campus. Now you got bread. That's gotta do something to you.
Yo, but he know it's worse.
And black folk, you already know.
Bryce Young black too, South End.
Now that's high school football is about to be turned up now.
Everybody
Like
going for that.
I'm trying to like football, basketball, everything. They about to go out there and give it they all because I wanted the fame, kind of. That's the kind of that's when I was playing. When I played ball, I wanted the fame for being good at what I do. But it still wasn't enough to make me do the extra things. But you tell me I go out here and show out every AAU game is me closer to making $1 million, and that's a dream right there.
Shout out to the players though. Football was the only sport that you couldn't do that in. Because basketball, you could skip the college and go to G League and get paid.
Yeah.
Baseball, you can go to AAA. So they had other options. Football, you had to go to college, 3 years minimum. And
3 years minimum.
And you wasn't getting paid no matter what because there was no other option for you to go to. So shout out to the people. It might be a guy that make $20,000 a year and doing his thing. And all of a sudden, they are getting paid and can go and live college and not have to worry about student loans or extra expenses. They can buy food now. I used to know if you couldn't. I know some athletes, if they couldn't go to their little calf after 8 o'clock, they'll be in trouble. So it's a blessing now for them.
Yeah.
Speaking of football and getting paid, Tom Brady is going to get paid. Had a torn MCL, took his team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to a Super Bowl after he got his 7th out of 10. He got a little political. He made some jokes when he went to the White House. You see it, Unico? You said the jokes. I'm like,
man, I don't know what Tom Brady on. Tom Brady's just trying to be the ultimate dude at this point. Like, and Biden was wearing his little glasses for outside, like his sunglasses. Like, it was just the whole thing was cringe. And he said they called me. They said, man, I made one mistake in the 4th quarter. They start calling me Sleepy Brady. Ha 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 ha. Man, it's hard to believe we won the Super Bowl, but 40% of the people still don't believe. I'm like, he's taking shots at both of them, and I think he's just trying to be the most middle of the road dude. But that's all Tom Brady is a dude. He gonna try and be good with everybody, and that's all that was. But it was kind of, man, Tom Brady been having a ball, man. Ain't nobody gonna have a 5-year run like him. Like the next 3-4 years is just gonna be Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. That's it.
Yeah.
So he's talking stuff to presidents.
Yo, why do I like Florida Tom Brady? Like Boston Tom Brady was like, people point out he wore the MAGA hat. Tom Brady buckled down, good conservative. Now he's like, I'm drinking tequila.
I'm drunk. I'm following the boat. Like, man,
I'm throwing championships in the ocean almost if Grunt didn't catch.
Being a dude. Just being a dude. That's all Tom Brady is.
Even if he cringe, I feel you now. You feel like you're yourself a little more. Like you ain't always thinking about image or how the people in some city think about me. Like, yo, bro, Florida just
as long as Tom Brady doesn't like end up with a crazy mugshot, there's nothing you can really say about. You can't say nothing bad about Tom Brady. I'm sorry, he's untouchable at this point. Can't say nothing bad.
He that dude now, bro, and I like him, bro. We finally see your personality because I promise you, in New England, Boston, Tom Brady, I hated you.
And he couldn't even do nothing wrong in Boston. He could sit and cuss out his teammates and all that stuff, and then let it be one of us, one of us black folk. Oh, he's a cancer in the locker room. He's this, that, and the third. He's not a team player, but Tom Brady's a fiery competitor, so he was almost untouchable. And the only reason that
talking
you
about me hating him. I'm like,
I was saying the only reason you dislike him is because you lost to him more than likely. That's why if you don't like,
I thought it was a robot. I thought it was a robot who was weird. And I'm like, oh, personality. Because he's still beating my team. He just fun when he do it now. Like Grunt. Like, how you hate Grunt?
Talking stuff to people. I like that.
Yeah, like you seem like we knew you had it somewhat in you when you talk trash to people when they say something. But it was kind of reserved and like, oh, that's not really me. And that's like, I don't know. And I'm like,
this dude took a PPP loan, man. And nobody's really saying nothing. Like, why are you taking out a loan? And it's not just any loan, $1 million. And it was like, for what? And he was just probably like, well, it's forgivable. And I can pay people on my staff without having to come out from my own money. I don't even know what Tom Brady sells at this point and what his business is.
Yo, maybe he had a business and they couldn't work. So he took out a loan. Yo, but Joel Osteen did the same thing. Yeah, Joel, bro, you only got one business, dog. I saw Tax to Church was trending because of Joel Osteen. He bought a new Ferrari, by the way, $325 million. Thousand. I keep saying the wrong number. Y'all comment. This minute comment. Talk about me. Call me misinformation Andy right now.
$325 million for a car.
He did $325,000.
That's what I'm saying. Man, he wouldn't be able to escape that. He wouldn't be able to escape that.
That PPP loan going crazy.
So man, he flying fit. Y'all letting him do this? The congregation letting him do this? That's what's wild.
Yo, people out here freezing outside. Hurricane blowing around. He like, y'all can't come into church. What?
Open my church that I spend 2 hours a weekend. And then the thing is, he don't even he pastors for like the sermon part. Okay, cool. Just like a lot of pastors do. He got hotlines open for people to just call in. They got a call center for prayer. And it's like,
$10
but it's,
yeah.
I ain't mad at him. I'm actually not even mad at Joel.
Speaking of balling, you saw Conor McGregor bought him a Lamborghini yacht.
See, now Lamborghini just jumping in stuff for no reason.
Yo, that Lamborghini yacht, nice. My guy out here is a ball. See, that's why he can't win though. He too busy trying to buy a Lamborghini yacht. He ain't focused. And Poirier look like he out here shirtless, like one of them Chads in Miami Beach, just running around. Got something to prove. Conor out here buying yachts, testing people up.
I think after I make a certain amount of money, I don't think LeBron played too long. If you ask me, he still could have made Space Jam. It's just, man, he about to make $1 billion. Do I really want to go out there and grind and weights and stuff? I mean, maybe fame means more to him. I get that. But, man, at some point, like 17 years is a long time. Unless you're a psychopath like Kobe, where you really just
signed on him.
Huh? I mean, I guess, but
want to make the real Space Jam IRL. But yeah,
oh my God.
But he just sold his business. I mean, he sold equity in his business, $725 million. Then he got the Space Jam. Yeah, he had $1 billion when the deal go through. Speaking of ballers, I saw a debate on Twitter, Joe. Unico, Hooper versus and basketball player.
Don't forget, Mr. Perk came through with another bad take.
Oh, what was the take?
LeBron James is not a hooper. He's a great basketball player.
But I'm trying to get the definition. Joe, can you tell me, did you understand it? Because I'm gonna let you see if you can explain it. I'm gonna try to explain it. So, and then y'all can tell me who a hooper and a basketball player in the comments. So, or on Twitter, follow us, social medias. Hit that like and subscribe. Follow us on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, wherever you hear us from.
I think that hoopers, like when you at the park, you like, hey man, that dude a hooper. When I see that person, that dude is doing it all. Blocks, steals, scoring a lot, maybe got the most on the team. A great basketball player. They do all that stuff too, but it just kind of seems like they're more cerebral about the game. But either way it goes, 35 points from a hooper is probably not going as long as away as 35 points from a great basketball player, because I I think that they're one and the same. I think there's just two ways of saying you're a good basketball player. But that's where it starts off as a good basketball player. Hooper, I think Hooper's probably lean more towards the scoring part of it. I think that's what they might be trying to say. But yeah, Perk be smoking that smoke. Perk smoked that work.
I heard somebody gave me an example because I was confused. I was like, aren't they the same thing? But like, no. They said Tim Duncan is a basketball player, James Harden is a hooper. I was like, what? So what does that mean? James Harden put up stats and Tim Duncan win? And I was like, is that how you define it? Is everyone defining it that way? Because every time I see a good basketball player, that dude can hoop. Like maybe we talking about the Jamal Crawfords, J.R. Smiths as hoopers, like people of that ilk. Maybe a Luka.
See, even with that, like I kind of can agree with that.
Like James Harden is a hooper. Tim Duncan is a basketball player. Like, okay, so is like a hooper like Kyrie can do all like the dribbles and stuff while other people fundamental like Giannis would be a basketball player, I guess, because he's not like. And Luka will be a hooper.
Giannis, in this way, yes. In this way, Giannis versus Luka. Just thinking about it from how they're thinking about it, coming from that example. Giannis is becoming a great basketball player because we're seeing that. But no, the blocks and stuff he was going for and just trying to fight, is that more hooperish or basketball playerish? But Luka just be scoring out there and busting tail, which would make him more of a hooper.
I just like set screens and run and dump me. Yo, shout out to Giannis, bro. We got speaking of that's what we gonna talk about Giannis for a minute, then we're gonna end and just talk about some casual stuff. But Giannis put on an all-time great closeout performance. 50 points, 13 rebounds, 5 blocks, 16 for 17 from the free throw line, which was probably the most impressive thing on earth. We saw some fadeaways he hit. We saw some mid-range he hit. And I'm like, oh, if he was always that dude. But now you got to capitalize that dude if he play like that. All caps. No, I don't want to hear no disrespect from Kendrick Perkins. Ain't no rapping here. As Shaq said, that's Superman. I give him that name. But if he play like that, the league, if he start hitting them free throws, the way they call fouls for him, because I promise you, he be running people over. They gonna call. Then they'll call foul on you for it. But my guy is balling.
Yeah, man, that was incredible. He did everything. And when we first started this show, one of our first shows was about basketball. And I continuously said, if Giannis can be a basketball player, there's no stopping him. If he can become a great basketball player, you can't stop him, which I would believe in a sense will make you a great hooper. So, I mean, he learned they put a wall around him. He figured out how to stop that wall that was confusing him. They talked trash about his free throws. Start hitting them. I mean, not just hitting them, 15 for 16, ridiculous. He did shoot more foul shots than Phoenix as a whole. But
that's Scott Foster and I don't know what's going on. But yeah.
Yeah, you can't play on that baseline when Scott Foster is down there and he don't like you. He gonna get you. Because he calls some stuff right in front of. He'll look at you first. And you know I'm about to call that. But yeah, man, Giannis did what he needed to do. I'm excited about it. I can't say that the Bucks are a super team, though. The way that it's floating around here in Twitter space, you hear about that?
Hear about dumb Jackson. Yo, I try not to be disrespectful, but you dumb Jackson got to, hey, man. Bro, if you wasn't calling Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday a Hall of Famer before this, that's not a super team. When I think of super team, I'm like, oh, they got at least 2 bona fide Hall of Famers, top 50 players, which I still don't include Chris Middleton as top 50 player role, and a third that's a legit all-star, like top tier. Or a bunch of, like, of that ilk. Like, first off, even Miami Heat. Let's talk about Miami Heat. People like to dispute that, but what would you put Dwayne Wade in the all-time shooting guard category?
All time?
As shooting guard. What would you put him?
In 5 to 7, something like that.
Who you putting that in? All time. Who you putting that on Dwayne Wade? I know Jordan and Kobe.
I mean, yeah, Jordan, Kobe. You know, AI is in that conversation for sure.
I don't even know what position AI plays, so that's kind of hard to put AI up there.
Tracy McGrady.
You putting Tracy ahead of Dwayne Wade?
No, I said 5 to 7. So somewhere in between 1 through he's top 7 shooting guard. That's what
I put him at about number at least 3 or 4 for me.
He had a great run when he beat Dallas. That was a beautiful run. He's good, but I mean, from a like a all around skill standpoint and all that, and his injury history, no, I can't really put him up. I mean, I think I gotta even take AI over D Wade. But
if you go by accomplishments, Wade way more accomplished than AI.
Yes, Wade is definitely more accomplished than AI, with a much better team, 100%.
Yo, AI took that trash team, but hey, bro, Wade also took a team that wasn't all that good and beat Dallas, a team he would later lose to. But Wade gonna be in your top 5. Where's Chris Middleton in your top shooting guard category?
I'm gonna give Chris Middleton. Really, he's a 3.
What would he be in your 3 category? Because that's worse for him.
That is worse for him. Much worse.
I'm like,
it's terrible. He's not in the conversation.
I don't think he's in your top 30 if you're going for 3. I was like maybe 25 if you were going for shooting guard. So if you put Wade in your top, you said top 7, of course, top 5. Chris Middleton in your top 30. So what did they tell you about Drew Holiday? Ain't even on the point guard list. I don't even know how you even consider that. Like Drew Holiday, I could think of probably 100 point guards. And there's no disrespect, he an all-star. But that point guard position is stacked.
I mean, I'm not saying they in the same category, but they on the same tier. Like, you got to start talking about Patrick Beverly when you talk about Drew Holiday.
Defender.
I think he's just the type of
defender who don't score hell so.
And will occasionally make a 3 for you, but
he played big though in game 5.
Does he control the offense? No, he does not. But he did do something that messed up Phoenix. They said whoever he's guarding, that's not who starts the offense. Whoever he's guarding, give it to somebody else. So if he's guarding Chris Paul, Book gotta take it.
He did a great job. He did what he's supposed to. He's a good player, but great player. I don't even want to say great player. But
he's a 170 million guy.
But when we think about Golden State, what do you put Steph in the point guard category? He up there. What do you put? What do you put Klay Thompson in the shooting guard category? You put him number 2 shooter of all time. He up there. What do you put Durant in the small forward category? He up there. Matter of fact, I might put
and KD. He's up there. But he's definitely a Hall of Famer. He's in a different category. We talking about one of the greatest scorers of all time, not even from position. So, man,
Draymond, I don't even know a Hall of Famer too. So that's, you think of Shaq and Kobe. Kobe number 2 shooting guard ever. Shaq, one of the top 5 most dominant centers ever. You had a bunch of good role players.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest and say I'm not probably gonna ever talk about Chris Middleton again or Drew Drew Holiday unless it's about like you know how you say some of them cats in passing where you like uh uh what's that boy name played with oh Booby Gibson had a good game that one time like you just remember little random stuff about him but like you're not talking about him in no everyday conversation.
By the way, Chris
The way you
Middleton,
talk
what? Drew Holiday is a one-time All-Star. Chris Middleton is like a one-time All-Star. They're 30, dog. They only been one time at 30. We're talking
Chris
about
Middleton's 2013 got traded away from the went to Milwaukee after 1 year. Been in Milwaukee the whole time. And the last 5 years, he's basically averaged 20 a game. That's not terrible help, but it's not like over the top.
Yeah, but to call them a super team and to say it's disrespectful for Giannis to call it disrespectful to them, time out. First off, he wasn't even talking about that. So let's clear Giannis. He was like, hey, I didn't go join a super team. I could have ran off and went with a bunch of Hall of Fame players and joined the super team. Instead, I stayed with who was here. We added Drew and we won. So that's what he was saying. He wasn't trying to disrespect nobody. He said, I could have ran off. Me and Chris been here since I've been here. So,
yep.
So it's not like I sat there and just went out there and like joined the super team. No, I did it. I won where I'm at. So he wasn't even talking about that. And second off, I want to give Chris Middleton flowers because he started off the league in the G League, played for Detroit a few games, and then got traded right away, and was in limbo and grinded his way out. Drew Holiday been stuck in New Orleans, and he grinded his way out, played amazing for New Orleans in the playoffs 2 years ago. A fantastic player. Both of them are fantastic. I would love for them to be on my team. I think they earned their money this year. They deserve everything they got. Blessings unto them, brothers. But they are not a super team. I don't think they would put themselves in that category.
When you said something about him balling out in New Orleans that 1 year, you know what came to my mind? Ty Law came to mind. Ty Law don't come to my mind unless like, oh yeah, man, he's a tough point guard. So that's where, not disrespecting Drew, he's a champion now. But when we're talking about the levels of point guards and the respect and all that type of stuff and the levels of all these different players, yeah, I thought about a Ty Law. If y'all know Ty Law, he played for North Carolina, tough guard. But he wasn't about to be a Euro franchise player.
We don't put him in CP3 category. And by the way, did you think CP3 lost his legacy? His legacy took a hit.
I just feel bad for him that he doesn't have a championship. I just feel bad for him.
But do you feel like his legacy took a hit though? I don't.
No, but it would have helped because at this point, the jury was out on Chris Paul. We was done. We didn't know he was gonna make it this far. We didn't care because we was like we're not expecting him to win one, but then he makes it to the finals, and then he did more than what was expected at this point in his career. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get this point. As a player, I think gonna be on that all-time great level. Played all-time great in Game 6 to close them out. I don't put Chris Paul is not. When I think of Chris Paul, as you just made a connection, when I think of Chris Paul, I'm thinking John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas. I'm not thinking of Magic, Steph. You know what I'm saying? He on that tier. He put the tier right below them, right below the elite. Chris Paul is on that tier right below.
He kind of grasping at it a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say it there too, but like you wasn't born with that super gift of athleticism. You were just that grinder like Isaiah was. You that grinder like John Stockton or Jason Kidd or Steve Nash.
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly below.
I apologize. I apologize.
Yo, Pat Bev, he did tell on Steph, last 5 years was yours. Next 5 mine. Steph said Aren't you 31? What are you talking about? You act like you're 22 coming to the league. Like you Ja Morant now. But yeah, I don't put him on that level that I say, yo, this guy can lead this team. And Booker not in his prime yet. So you couldn't expect him to lead. This is what's crazy about Phoenix. It's all these people's first time in the playoffs besides Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. They have never been in the, well, Cam Payne had, but he didn't play. For some reason.
Shout out to the young boys on Phoenix, by the way. The young boys on Phoenix, other than Aiden, who shriveled up at the end. That boy was scared to take Giannis in the chest, man. He going to get in that weight room this year. He going to look at that film and say, I'll never let that happen to me again, because they essentially lost because of Aiden. Aiden didn't step up.
Well, he played big, but he didn't play like he did in the previous year. We were getting 20 and 15. Giannis put that little fear in, but like I said, Giannis starting to put himself on that level now. Like what award haven't I won? What haven't I done in the league? What haven't Giannis did in the league? At 20
regular season MVP, defensive player of the year, and finals MVP, and I dropped 50 on you. And the next day I went and got some nuggets at Chick-fil-A and I took the trophy with me. Like we ain't put in no office or nothing. I'm driving around at Chick-fil-A drive-through with nuggets and the Larry O'Brien trophy. So,
yeah, what did he say? He dropped 50, so he got a 50 piece.
50 nuggets with the barbecue sauce. That's Aiden, man. That's Aiden, man. You ate him up, man. Turn him into barbecue chicken.
Aiden still ain't got his man body yet. Because if you looked at Giannis, when you saw Giannis' body when he first started,
Giannis would have got, which I'm pretty sure probably happened. It ain't enough heart in the world to go get some of them centers like that when you that small.
Yeah.
Giannis went in that room and 2013 was a long time ago. He been getting that body together, and he got his body right.
You know what I'm saying? So Aiden to do it too. I ain't worried about him. He know he didn't play well. He seemed like a motivated kid. Chris Paul get on his head. Booker, it's his first playoffs. This Aiden first playoff. This Cam Johnson. This Mikal Bridges. It's their first playoffs, and they went to the finals. And did they shrivel up at times? Did Booker make mistakes and Mikal Bridges make mistakes when it got down to it in crunch time? But this their first time experiencing it. People like, but they've been through the playoffs. Look at their playoff run. Most people were hurt, and they never were tested. Because what they win, they beat the Lakers in what, 4? They beat them in what, 5?
Yeah, they coasted through there, and they got a couple of wins without Chris Paul. So,
and then the Clippers basically won. They didn't have Kawhi. So and it's not taken away from them. I'm not even saying they wouldn't have won. I'm just saying they didn't get that dog test. And at the end of them games, they had a chance to win all 3 of them, and they made a lot of mental mistakes.
Let's not forget they was up 2 games. They just lost 4 in a row.
Hey, shout out to Giannis. He brought them black Air Forces out, didn't lose another game.
Yeah, his black Air Force energy was insane. He man,
I think he averaged like 42 since he brought them black Air Forces
out. It was unbelievable. And you ain't no real hooper if you can't accept what we just saw last night and through this series. We saw somebody improve every game in all aspects of the game. Shout out to Mike Budenholzer. And I want to give a special shout out. Huh?
No. Yo, I saw somebody at ESPN told me Mike Budenholzer did an amazing job. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all might like Mike Budenholzer, but listen to the reason. He had them in there believing in each other, and he gave them vitamins. I said, that's the reason they won? Because he gave them vitamins? That's your reason why he did an amazing job. You can't point to one coaching decision that he made that was great. You can just say
he made a few decisions. I think putting PJ Tucker on Booker was helpful.
That's an obvious decision.
He made some adjustments. I think he made some pretty decent.
Yeah, man, Giannis carried.
Offensively, they didn't have, but defensively, they made pretty good adjustments. They bothered the hell out of Chris Paul. He know better than that.
They have the
Book.
options to do it though. You got PJ Tucker, Drew Holiday, Chris Miller, all good. Giannis, they all good defenders. So it's not like you have a hard to choose one.
Shout out to Monty Williams. Shout out to him for bringing out someone one of your favorite people, Frank Kaminsky, one of Michael Jordan's favorites, because he just and shout out to Frank Kaminsky, bringing out one of your favorites because he's a Jordan favorite because we know Jordan picks champions and we know how you do. But we had that conversation a few episodes back, but Monty tried it. It was kind of working, especially because they didn't have Saric anymore.
That hurt. People don't realize how much Saric hurt because when Aiden getting the foul trouble, they had no size.
Where do
Lopez dominated when Kaminsky was in the game. Every game. Giannis dominated. They had no size, bro. Saric is a big dude. People don't understand how big Saric, and he can shoot three. Kaminsky played better last night, but game 4 and 5, he was terrible.
He tried it, and I thought it was working for a second.
Last night he played well for a bit last night.
They just wouldn't miss. They just wouldn't miss. Well, when I say they, Giannis just wouldn't miss.
Giannis had half of their points most of the game. That was crazy.
Why would they not keep on attacking Pat Connaughton? They are letting Pat Connaughton, and he's hitting little corner threes. Now he got to.
I'm not even mad. He got to sneak. Bro, Chris Middleton in the middle of the second quarter had 3 fouls and nobody drived on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, is nobody gonna attack him, bro? He got 3 fouls. Get him out. So I can double Giannis and not worry about somebody. Because I promise you, Drew Holiday is 1 for 12 right now. And hold Bobby Portis. That's all we gotta do. But yeah, shout out to the Bucks, bro. They deserve it. I know a lot of people like asterisk ring on Twitter, but they trolls and ain't no ring you ever got asterisk. Because what you supposed to do? If everybody get hurt, what they supposed to do? Nothing. That's what I always said. I hate it when people get hurt.
They ain't full strength, so I guess ain't no winner. That's not how this works.
Bro, it ain't my fault that you got injured. What I'm supposed to do about it? I ain't God.
I might say, "Woo! I'm glad we ain't got to deal with him."
I hated it.
And go out there and get it.
I'm the opposite.
I don't think I would ever say that. I think I feel like there would be some relief though, knowing that I'm about to abuse the person that comes in after them. I
wanted to abuse. I wanted to mentally. That's probably for me being like a psychopath football player. I want to mentally break the best player on your team, so I know everybody else mentally break. I want to just be like, yo, I'm running over my cousin Billy Hamilton every play, just so y'all know. I love Billy. Shout out Billy. He had probably the catch of the year the other day, but. When I play television, let me run over Billy every play, so everybody on their team know that I love this dude. He getting bullied. In practice, I would run over. In practice, I would get on the scout team just randomly and just run over my best friend just to make a statement. Like I would. Shout out Shemaine, boy, we used to go battles. He got upset after I ran him over twice. And he was just, every time we do a little ring thing, bro, he calling me out. I'm like, bro, we best friends. It's weird. Shout out to the baby, bro. But that's who I am, though. I always want to take the heart out of the best player. So if he ain't there, it's kind of like, y'all gonna have this built-in excuse. Well, if Billy played, y'all would have lost.
Yeah, but I guess we'll never know. So I got this ring. I got my lady to the side of me. I got these trophies on the side of me. Giannis probably was drunk and avoiding the DUI, by the way. I see he was getting rolled around.
Yo, all you gotta do is go to James Harden crib, stand outside like, I got my whole family a ring before you. Yo, his whole family got a ring, dog.
I know so right now Vegas is talking about Brooklyn is 1, and then it's Lakers, and then it's the Bucks. They always
gonna put Lakers and Brooklyn was 1 every year. That's how it's gonna be. But Hey, why was James Harden #1 trending after this one? 30,000
no,
tweets in 30 minutes, dog.
ain't no skill in just running and dunking. Ain't no skill in that.
Yo, Kobe said, my man. Yo, we quote Kobe for everything. Kobe literally coming on every play in the league, and every time somebody do something, we like Kobe said. Kobe literally made a comment about every play in the league. I'm like, if somebody like, bruh, they gonna mention Kobe, I'm like, bruh, until Trae Young leave the league, they gonna mention something Kobe said. So you got at least 15 more years, my guy.
Yeah, it's yeah, as long as people, I think Trey and Book, and then there might be some of them girls that's playing right now.
You
That
got
played
Tatum, you got Ben, you got. Because even with Ben, he said if Ben learn a jump shot, he might be the best player in the league. So if Ben don't learn a jump shot, Kobe was right. Ben should have learned a jump shot. If Ben do learn a jump shot, oh my God, Kobe was right. So Kobe gonna be mentioned either way. So I'm like, it ain't gonna never end. And then Giannis, challenge 1, win MVP. Done. What's the next challenge, Kobe? Championship. Giannis said, done.
He made it happen. So man, we're gonna definitely give our flowers to Giannis. Man, you got anything else before we get up out of here tonight, man? I'm on vacation, but not on vacation from y'all. I'm giving y'all getting more of me, but I'm not. I'm on vacation from just the rest of these. They don't need.
What you watching right now?
I'm not watching nothing. I'm watching me. I'm watching me.
Got no shows, bro? You just watch
No. Kobe said first start the podcast, then championship.
I feel you, bro. I've been grinding. Y'all see the new setups, the new stages. I know it's not as fun as being together, but hopefully we can get that off. And I think it should be September, unless something big happen and then I have to hold off, and it'll be November. But right now,
we ain't gonna speak on that. We'll figure that out. We're gonna figure that out.
Yeah, but right now, everything is September. But it is what it is.
Get this money, y'all. We need y'all help, and then we ain't gonna have to worry about all that, man.
Yeah, like and subscribe, share
all that. Do that stuff, and then we ain't gonna have to worry about all this stuff, man. I got 2 dogs, and I don't want to make them homeless. If I got to leave for work, I can't take them with me, or just we got kids, so we got to try and make sure if we're gonna give y'all what we give y'all, man, we got to make sure that we in a comfortable place to do that too, man. So we appreciate that, and we gives back. I gives back. I know that much. Man, man, I don't know what we're gonna do for the rest of the summer other than watch random stuff that comes out, man. So keep on watching Netflix, and then Zell May gonna give you all the Netflix you need, because I'm actually gonna have time for it, and then I ain't gotta wait till 9:00 because you just be tired after work. I'll be tired after work and don't even want to sit and watch nothing. I just want to sit and stare at the wall for a second, and then knowing I gotta watch a basketball game, especially when it was East and West, knowing I gotta stay up till 1:00 every night. My little time after work was done, but now that it's just me, maybe some baseball, and baseball, they play that. You can have that going on in the background. So unless you a Dodgers fan. But yeah, man, with that being said, I'm gonna keep my eye on what Zell May been watching on Netflix and all that stuff. And I'm gonna probably go back to some of these other episodes, which y'all should do, and see some of those suggestions, because that Son of Zeus stuff, that was pretty cold. It's another Omni-Man show you was talking about in the summer. I'm gonna start that before the summer started. What was that show about the Omni-Man on that? Jupiter Legacy. So there's a lot of shows we're gonna be able to catch up on. Rick and Morty episode 5 just popped off this past Sunday. I don't know what's going on. It's not being very continuous at this point, and I don't know what to think of the character development. So we'll see what happens.
The writer working on Loki right now, dog. He can't focus on that.
Multiverse act. Shout out to Tobey Maguire being a meme today. He was in front of a microphone, and then somebody tweeted over it talking about first off, I want to say R.I.P. Uncle Ben, and like he was about to go in on a rap song, and that just got me to thinking about all type of random stuff that happened in those Tobey Maguire movies, like when Harry tried to get on Mary Jane, and use the death of his father. It was a lot that happened in those 3 movies. If you go back and watch it, there's some wild stuff that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man could have talked about, but in a rap. So if y'all got some theoretical raps for Spider-Man Tobey verse, put them in the comments too, man, or shoot us an email, do whatever it is, send them to us and we'll steal it. So I'm put it on a tweet.
By the way, there's some shows I'm gonna look at probably starting Friday. I'm gonna get y'all up on. But right now, lately, I've been grinding, making these new little sets and stuff, thinking about how I won't imagine our sets on the when we get together, how everything. I'm just focused. I'm on the grind right now. I made all the new logos. You're gonna see them. I'm gonna start back Zell Reacts and Zell Theory and do stuff on my Zell Made channel too. So it's just more of a grind and send y'all over here to do the What's W99 and What's the Trend. I got a whole new setup for that. Trying to look as professional as possible. Give each show a different feel. Keeping that 9 high energy. This show more of a laid back chill show. Your boy just hanging out, talking, telling stories, and doing what we do, man. And the green screen will be back for Keeping That 9. We got stuff, but we lowered it to 2 shows a week, so instead of 3 or 4. So me and Joe can work on our own personal things. So some stuff we think y'all would like to separate us. So give us suggestions. Give us something you want me to react to. Or whatever. So on the YouTube channel, go in the comments, tell us what you like. Remember to like and subscribe if you're on Google's, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, whatever podcast service you're listening to. Hit that follow button. Support your boy. We gonna get this grind. It's gonna be amazing content. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know if we should move this to Friday, but Tuesday and Thursday might be good. We'll talk about it. This is still in flux. We ain't got the schedule period yet because Keeping That 9 ultimately gonna go to every day live. But right now we just doing this right now like we can because again we're not together. So doing stuff live is kind of during the day would be very difficult. So, but we'll get everything together. We'll start doing it live every day, and then What's New Now y'all get once a week just like this. So it'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to the future. I want to thank y'all for listening. Y'all are alphas, and I'm gonna let Joe take us home, and then I'm gonna give my saying.
Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of What's New 99. Keep it locked in, man. You already know the deal. Just when you see that upload, because you subscribe, that's how you're gonna know what's going on. But you know the deal. I holla.
Yeah, and remember, keep stomping. Bye. Something amazing can happen. Peace.
Peace.